I'm here with Sister Mary Pellegrino, who has just completed her presidency in LCWR. And Mary, congratulations on your service. I'd like to ask you a question. As you've lived deeper into your presidential address, what has become more meaningful?
I would say the two dimensions of my address that have really deepened in me over the last year are the dimension of communion and the Paschal Mystery. And I find that it's very hard to separate those because as I said in my address, I believe that the Paschal Mystery and entering into that rhythm of life, death, and resurrection is our pathway to communion. And I see that even more so in the culture today. When I was doing the address, I was really speaking about that in religious life and hinted that we might have something to offer the broader culture. And over the past year, I think as we see the world just becoming almost completely untethered, and the violence erupting, and just the loss of life, our intolerance, the rise of violence, all of those really pointing to some sort of decline in civility, decline of our consciousness. And so I find that embracing the Paschal Mystery, even in our culture, can guide us to a deeper dimension of communion and may be a way for us to consider how it is that we live in response to what we see taking place in the culture. So, and in communities as well, I think our communities have become, over this past year and even at this assembly, I can see that our communities are becoming much more realistic about what are the realities in our communities, very different than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. And entering into the Paschal Mystery is a way for us to be more honest about our realities. And not as a pathway to death, but a pathway to fruitfulness. So I would say those are the two dimensions, the communion and Paschal Mystery.